Prince of Persia: The Last Crown is a very good game. Sadly, and I have to stress this, sadly, it's not going to get the attention it deserves. Because it's early on in the year, very early, it's only January by the way, and most importantly, there's too much things coming out this year. And already, it has all its attention being stolen away by Pokemons with Gun, otherwise known as America or Power World. So this is in an odd spot. It's not that it's a bad game. It's just that all the attention is going out somewhere. Rightfully so. You know, we've been asking for this kind of game for a long time. Different video about that different time. But Prince of Persia: The Last Crown, very good, solid made Metroidvania. I like every area, every boss fight, every skill, every equipment, every cutscene. Fantastic. And I want more of it. This game has very few negatives, and we're going to get to those first before we just go on how good this game really is. It's fantastic. First and foremost, let's just talk about how good the game looks. It looks great. Like Ubisoft, the developers, not the suits, because they're stupid, they made a very good, solid Metroidvania. I'm talking about solid as in Death Gambit style. I'm talking solid as in Hollow Knight. I'm talking solid as in Ender Lady. This game stands above, well not above, among them. Among those great Metroidvanias of the late, also the indie title. The issue here being is that since it's not an indie title, people expect more from their games. And I do too. So that's why the negatives are going to come. First and foremost, I must say, the beginning few hours of this game are solid, phenomenal. I love it. You know how Hollow Knight takes a while for it to start picking up, for things to start going good? Doesn't really start until you get to the City of Tears. This game starts bombastic ever since cutscene 1, and it starts strong, fantastic. I just wish that it continued that energy throughout the whole game. Now it's weird to say that because this is a Metroidvania, so the pacing on the game revolves on the player's skill and how fast they're able to move through the world, how much faster they're able to move through secrets and stuff. But when it comes to this title in particular, the story starts off strong and then it just fizzles out near the end. Let's take Sargon, right, the main character. I love him. I genuinely think he's a good person. The problem is he's not told to be a good person in the story. Right? There's no moment where I think, oh yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm never the bad guy, but I'm told to be some hot-headed, angry, malicious, stubborn, bad boy. But every time I'm talking to this guy, he's a sweetheart. He's doing the right thing. He's trying to do right by his people. He's trying to follow the principles that were set upon him. So there's a disconnect here because I don't see him being the assholes people say he is. Even when you fight yourself, your altar, this happens early on in the game by the way, so don't worry about it. There's no spoilers here. He's still trying to do the right thing, even if he has to kill himself for it, which is fair. That's a sacrifice and a very strong line some people aren't willing to cross, and this man's going to do that to do right by his people. So there is a very huge disconnect about what is said about him and how he actually is, and we as a player don't get to see those dark moments where we can connect. Now, there's an in-game explanation why people think he's an asshole. It's because Mount Goth, I don't know how to say this, but either way, you are in a mountain, home of the Citadel, where everything came from, and it's under an unknown curse, where time makes no sense. It's timey-wimey, you know how to say it, Doctor Who, or, you know, Dark Souls 1 Lothran, where time is convoluted, so you just overlap between worlds. That's what's going on this mountain. That mountain, this location, this setting is the most interesting part of the story for me personally, and they don't do much with it because they're already telling their own story with Sargon. By the way, he's not the Prince of Persia, he's after the Prince of Persia. He's part of an elite task force of elite superhumans, trust me, they're superhumans, who is tasked to go save the prince. So that's why we still have the Prince of Persia title. I simply wish there was more cutscenes. I simply wish there was more interaction between your squad. I just wanted more from the story because the characters, when they're talking amongst each other, it feels like a family. It feels like a family unit. Like, it feels like, you know, these people been together for years, working together for years. They have their own cliques, they have their own jokes, they have their own attitude towards each other, they have their own opinion, and they each love each other and care for each other, but also they're duty bound. So they will do what they think is right with the information they have. But we don't get a lot of that, and it leaves you wanting more. My rant about that is completely over. Let's talk about the good in this game, because there is a lot of good in this game, and damn, it is fantastic. First and foremost, combat is sweet. I love The combat in this game, it is combo based where you'll be knocking enemies down in mid-air, doing your specials, jungling them, and slamming them back down. That's everything you're going to want to do to everybody half the time. And of course, this being Metroidvania, you will also get a bunch of new abilities to traverse with. Some of them are interactive with enemies, some of them are just for you to get around. I would suggest you play with everything you got as you get it. Like this moment, I know how to kill this thing. I know how to fight it, but I just got double jump. So I'm trying to do something new here. I'm trying to see how much I can use double jump in this specific encounter. It's not working out for me, so I'll go back to what works. And this is what I like to see on Metroidvania, the ability to try something new and then go back to what works. So I mean, like I was getting wrecked here. The map is huge. The map is massive. And more importantly, every location looks good and distinct. And this is what I like to see in my Metroidvanias, a long extensive list of areas to check out. Every good Metroidvania has a marker system, because you're just gonna need to know where to put your own little points of interest. That's just basic. This game goes a step above it and lets you take a screenshot of the location for your map. That way it saves you to backtrack into certain areas if you don't have the actual upgrade you need. You don't have to go check it out. You just have to look at your map, be like, it still seems too high and I didn't get double jump. Put it away and continue with the story. Fantastic. A small change, but a great change. By the way, you get specials. Some of them cost 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meters. You can equip 2 at a time, and they each have their usage, time, and plays. For the most part, you're going to be using 2 level 1s just so you can spam a lot more. But later on, when you get the healing circle, I would suggest you keep that equipped all the time. It comes in clutch. It comes in so clutch. You can refill his enemies in 2 methods. One by hand enemies, doesn't really do much of anything. Or by parrying. And if you master parrying, you're going to be spamming specials a lot. You can't parry everything. Some moves are straight up unblockable, those just do damage. But if you parry at the right time with the right animational cues, you will learn, you get a cool animation, massive damage, and you get to disrespect the bosses. Speaking of the bosses, these people, these monsters, these creatures, they will kill you. It took a while for me to kill a manticore. I'll be real with you, this looks like a manticore. But these bosses are really good. I like the faces, I like the music, I like the animation. This snake whooped my butt, but my favorite boss so far is, alright, man, that's spoilers. That's actually deeper in the game. Okay, that's it. You're just gonna get the snake from me. Overall, this game is a solid buy. Now, please, if you're interested in this game, buy it now before you forget about it. The year just started, and we are slated to have even more bangers in this year coming up. If you're interested in this game, buy it now before you forget about it. Because you will forget about it. It'll be in the back of your head, but then stuff is gonna keep coming out and coming out. Dragon Dogma, Relink is coming out soon. Let's not forget about Final Fantasy. Like, so much is gonna come out that this game will be in the back burner for you in your mind. And I'm telling you right now, you will enjoy this game. So at least buy it, have it in the back burner, and just pop it in one day. I totally recommend this game. I think it's a very well made Metroidvania. It's stylized very well, action very good, combat's fantastic. Story is a little meh, but that's only because I expect more from a AAA publisher. We could have got a lot more of an invested story into this, a lot more cutscenes, a lot more interaction between characters. We didn't. It's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't really hold the game back at any way, which form. The premise is there. The premise is solid. The ending is actually pretty cool. I like the whole ending sequence, the whole fight. Oh my god, that's good. And I'm gonna stop right there before I get into the spoilers part of the game. But either way, please get this game before you forget about it. This has been Definitely Not a Bot. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give me a thumbs down. Subscribe if you think I've earned it. And comment down below what you think of the game if you played it. Are you planning to get in it? You're not getting it? You're waiting for Power World? Get that? You're waiting for Final Fantasy? Let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. But whatever you do, make sure you have a good day on purpose. And I'll catch you on the next one.